Recipe for barbecue chicken pinwheel bake. A quick and easy appetizer, or main dish, this barbecue chicken pinwheel bake just requires a few basic ingredients and can be created in no time. Because pinwheel bakes are essentially savory cinnamon rolls, I adore them. The crescent roll dough wraps around them like a fluffy and flaky blanket, and you can load them with any saucy and cheesy things you desire. You'll wonder why you haven't been making these for years, because this barbecue chicken version is so easy to make and tasty. After then, you'll keep making them for a very long time. This dish uses rotisserie chicken, which makes preparation quite rapid. Simply sprinkle some crescent bread with your preferred barbecue sauce, top it with a mountain of cheese, and roll it up. You're going to like this meal loaded with cheese. You can serve it as an appetizer or as part of a really simple weekday supper with some roasted asparagus and a side salad. Ingredients: 2 cups of shredded deli rotisserie chicken, 50% of a barbecue sauce cup, 8-ounce Pillsbury TM Crescent dinner rolls in the refrigerator, 3 ounces and 3/4 cup of strong cheddar cheese, shredded, 2 to 3 teaspoons of finely chopped cilantro. Instructions: the oven should be heated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Combine 2 cups of shredded deli rotisserie chicken and half a cup of barbecue sauce in a medium bowl. Unroll the dough from 1 can 8 ounces of Pillsbury TM refrigerated crescent dinner rolls into 2 long rectangles on a large cutting board. Form a broad rectangle by overlapping the long sides, firmly press the perforations and edges to close. Spread the chicken mixture evenly over the dough, leaving a little portion of dough on one side exposed. Sprinkle 3/4 cup of finely grated sharp cheddar cheese over the chicken mixture. Roll the dough toward the exposed edge, starting with the long side that has been topped, pinch the seam shut. The roll should be cut into 8 equal slices, pinwheels, using a sharp knife. Arrange pieces cut side down in an oiled 8 or 9-inch circular pan. Bake for 18 to 22 minutes, or until center pinwheels are no longer doughy and golden brown. Cool for 5 to 10 minutes. Add 2 to 3 tablespoons of freshly chopped cilantro on top. Serve hot. Recipe for pesto chicken open-faced sandwiches. A delectable open-faced sandwich was fashioned using toasted bread, pesto, shredded chicken, roasted peppers, and mixed greens. To transform this excellent sandwich into a crowd-pleasing salad, add more lettuce and take off the bread. Ingredients: 8 pieces of Pepperidge Farm original white bread, 12 ounces roasted peppers in a jar, 7 ounces pesto package, 2 cups of greens, mixed, 2 cups of chicken from a rotisserie. Steps: the bread is toasted. Slice the roasted peppers into strips while still waiting. On each piece of bread, equally, distribute the pesto. Add sliced roasted peppers and mixed greens on top. Each slice of bread should be topped with a 1/4 cup of chicken. Recipe for buffalo chicken deviled eggs. Deviled eggs made from buffalo chicken are similar to buffalo wings with a different flavor, or should I say an egg? Your guests will swarm, get it, to this platter, to load up on the eggs, making these your new favorite game day snack. To stay on topic, try my skillet buffalo chicken dip. Eggs with buffalo chicken deviled. Before you say, no, just give these a chance, please. I realize it's confusing, but I assure you that it doesn't taste strange or off. The egg white, which is undoubtedly bland, is the ideal vehicle for this peculiar filling since the texture is still smooth. Classic buffalo wings are where my passion for buffalo chicken began. Despite having access to so many additional spices and flavors, I still find myself stuck with the classic buffalo sauce. We all know how well football and wings go together, I believe. As a delicious substitute for the traditional buffalo wings that we all know and love, try making some buffalo chicken deviled eggs. These must unquestionably be offered at Super Bowl 54, as well as ideally several times both before and after the big event. Recipe for buffalo chicken deviled eggs. Your visitors might even prefer them to the wings because they're so simple to create. You only need 5 ingredients to make a tasty appetizer with a kick. Ingredients. Eggs. I love our farm fresh eggs, but if you can't get them, pick cage-free or organic eggs. Rotisserie chicken. Check the deli area of the grocery store if you don't feel like purchasing the full rotisserie chicken and shredding it yourself. The shredding is frequently done for you, neatly wrapped and prepared for consumption. A hot, fresh rotisserie chicken, however, has something to offer. I add the chicken to the paddle attachment of my stand mixer to achieve the ideal consistency for deviled eggs. As a result, the chicken is reduced to tiny bits that are ideal for this dish. Frank's hot sauce was utilized as the buffalo sauce. Ranch dressing. I used ranch dressing for this dish. If you want to create your own, you can find the recipe here. Another well-liked option that goes well with buffalo chicken is blue cheese. Chives. Because they have a faint onion taste, chives go great with eggs. The ideal boiling egg. Love deviled eggs, but detest the preparation of the eggs? For hard-boiled eggs that are simple to peel, cover the eggs with cold water. There should be approximately a ½ inch of water on top of the eggshells. Bring the water to a boil, cover, and then turn off the heat. 14 minutes should pass while the eggs are in the boiling water. After removing the eggs, immediately shock them for 5 minutes in an ice bath. Voila! Lovely deviled eggs without craters. Run cold water over the eggs as you are removing the shells to help with the peeling. How to make deviled eggs with buffalo chicken. Cut the boiled eggs in half using a sharp knife, and then use a small spoon to carefully scoop the cooked yolks into a medium bowl. Egg whites should be set apart. With a fork, mash the yolks, then stir in the buffalo sauce, ranch dressing, and the chicken shreds. Mix the ingredients with a wire whisk or hand mixer until there are no or very few lumps. As you might have seen from the photos, I like to use a tiny cookie scoop to add my buffalo chicken mixture to the egg. It is the ideal quantity for each egg and holds around a spoonful of filling. To fill each egg white half, just spoon the buffalo chicken and yolk mixture inside. Then, as the buffalo chicken deviled eggs are being gobbled, garnish them with spicy sauce and ranch dressing. More types of deviled eggs. Deviled eggs may be prepared in a variety of entertaining ways, such in this dish with buffalo chicken. Don't forget to sample my French onion and bacon deviled eggs. Ingredients. 12 big, mature eggs. 1 cup of coarsely shredded rotisserie chicken. 68 g of a 1/4 cup buffalo sauce. 120 g of ranch dressing, or ½ a cup. Chives, chopped finely, optional. Instructions. Lay the eggs out in a single layer in a big saucepan. Up to around 12 inches over the tops of the eggs, fill with cold water. Increase the heat to medium-high while stirring regularly to evenly distribute the yolk and prevent it from setting in the center of the egg. Boil the liquid in the saucepan, then cover and turn off the burner. Allow standing still for 12 minutes. After cooking, place the eggs in an ice bath to chill for about 5 minutes. Gently remove the eggshell from the egg under cool running water. Repeat with the remaining eggs after setting them aside. Each egg should be split lengthwise, and the yolks should each be carefully removed and put in a medium-sized bowl. Using the paddle attachment on a stand mixer, add the chicken to the bowl. On high for 2 to 3 minutes. This aids in reducing the chicken's size and making it easier to handle. Add the egg yolks, buffalo sauce, and ranch dressing to the bowl that the chicken is in. Well-blended mixture with the majority of lumps gone. The yolk mixture should be piped into each egg white well. We employed an 827-star tip. Ranch dressing and spicy sauce should be drizzled on just before serving. Green chives are optional but highly advised. Recipe for cheesy chicken pizza bagels. When it comes to making pizza, I think I may have found a new technique I love: broiling. I guess it never occurred to me to broil pizza to obtain that crunchy, toasted cheese. Our pizza is usually baked or grilled. Now, I'll throw it under the broiler for a bit of time during the months when we won't be grilling it to get that delicious pizza oven flavor. These bagel pizzas were incredibly easy to prepare, and my kid was asking for them all week. He virtually always ate them for lunch and supper. These were prepared with leftover rotisserie chicken, and the rest was easy pantry cooking. They are fantastic for youngsters and are ideal for lunch or dinner. I'm happy to say that I found the recipe there, which I then modified. I can't wait to combine them with various vegetables and meats for my kids. Ingredients: halves of 2 plain bagels, half a cup of marinara sauce, 1 cup of chicken from a rotisserie, 1 cup of mozzarella cheese, shredded. Instructions: low heat the broiler. On a baking sheet that has been oiled, place the bagel halves, and cut the side up. After 2 minutes of broiling, remove. Each bagel should have a thin layer of marinara on it. Add the chicken and cheese on top. For 2 minutes, or until the cheese is melted and just starting to brown, broil the bagels. Recipe for spring pasta salad. The greatest of spring's produce is showcased in this tasty and easy pasta dish. Casarecchi, a twisted form of pasta that lets the delectable sauce to adhere to its folds, is surrounded by peppery radishes and crunchy sugar snap peas. If you can't locate it, try penne or gemelli. They're both short, rough shapes that work nicely. Each bite is coated with a honey mustard vinaigrette that has been spiced with shallot and lemon zest, thank you very much, and at the very end, a garnish of mint and salty ricotta salata adds a touch of luxury. Enjoy the short preparation and easy cleanup by serving with white or rose wine. Ingredients: 12 ounces of short pasta, such as casarecchi. 1.5 pounds of sugar snap peas. 1 tablespoon of olive oil, divided into 1/4 cup. 2 tablespoons of shallots, chopped finely, from 1 shallot. 2 teaspoons the Dijon mustard. Honey, 2 teaspoons. 3 tablespoons of fresh juice and 1 teaspoon of lemon zest, from 2 lemons. 1 teaspoon kosher salt plus more salt for the water. Freshly ground black pepper, half a teaspoon. 12 cup torn fresh mint leaves, loosely packed. 1/4 cup of radishes, thinly sliced. 1 ounce of grated ricotta salata cheese, equivalent to 1/4 cup. Directions: using high heat, bring a big pot of salted water to a boil. Cook the pasta for 9 minutes, while occasionally stirring. Add the snap peas and simmer for 2 minutes, stirring occasionally, until the pasta is al dente and the peas are crisp tender. Rinse, add pasta and peas back to the pan. Toss the pasta mixture with 1 tablespoon oil to coat. Allow cooling for 5 minutes. In the meantime, combine the shallot, honey, lemon zest, lemon juice, mustard, salt, and pepper in a big bowl. When the mixture is smooth, whisk in the remaining 1/4 cup of oil. Pasta and peas are added to the shallot dressing and combined. Add the mint and radishes, then cheese. Recipe for keto chicken lettuce wraps. It might be challenging to find quick and delectable keto lunch ideas when you're trying to avoid eating fast food, especially if you work outside the home. These keto chicken lettuce wraps are so cheap, simple, and delicious, yet I just recently learned about them. With only 6 net carbohydrates per serving, they are also keto-friendly. Using a low-carb teriyaki sauce is the key to keeping these low-carb lettuce wraps keto-friendly. Primal Kitchen teriyaki sauce is one of my favorites. It has a fantastic flavor and is organic and soy-free. Additionally, it is only 3 carbohydrates per tablespoon, which is quite low for a sweet sauce. Additionally, once you have a bottle on hand, this teriyaki sauce goes well with a steak, drizzled over roasted veggies, or a Hawaiian burger without a bun. Keto lettuce wraps with chicken. What you'll need for this recipe is 1 chicken rotisserie. Cashews, 1 cup. 3 tablespoons of low-carb teriyaki sauce, such as Primal Kitchen's. Lettuce romaine leaves. The rotisserie chicken should first have its skin removed, then it should be shredded. Each lettuce leaf should be broken apart and placed on a level surface. Chicken should be placed in each lettuce wrap, followed by cashews. Enjoy after adding teriyaki sauce. Ingredients: rotisserie chicken, 1. Cashews, 1 cup. Primal Kitchen teriyaki sauce, 3 tablespoons. Instructions: shred the rotisserie chicken after removing the skin. Divide lettuce into leaves, then spread them out on a level surface. Chicken should be placed in each lettuce wrap, followed by cashews. Enjoy after adding teriyaki sauce. Recipe for chicken pot pie in a skillet. This one skillet, your favorite comfort food, is now much simpler to prepare thanks to Skillet Chicken Pot Pie's one-dish cooking method. This is easy to prepare and takes less than 30 minutes from start to finish, even on the busiest weeknights. Unless I'm on point, I usually don't have the time to prepare chicken pot pie when I'm craving it at the end of a long, hectic day. I have a fantastic handmade crust recipe, but lack of time and general blas would ordinarily prevent me from preparing this meal. This recipe is the solution for those situations and just for basic convenience without losing flavor. Easy Skillet Chicken Pot Pie is created using a small number of store-bought components. This indicates that there aren't many reasons why you can't enjoy this comfort dish, just like you can with traditional turkey pot pie. The entire family will love this recipe for easy skillet chicken pot pie, which is a fantastic weekday family supper. It's a warm and cozy chicken meal with a creamy sauce that takes just over 30 minutes to prepare from beginning to end. For this time of year, when a substantial meal is a right way to conclude the day, this simple dinner is wonderful. How many chicken pot pies be prepared in a skillet? This chicken pot pie recipe with cream of chicken soup just calls for 5 ingredients. The ingredients for this fantastic dish are listed below, and a printable recipe card is located at the conclusion of the page. Rotisserie poultry. Frozen vegetables in general. Chicken soup in cream form. Cumin with black pepper. Buttermilk biscuit dough in the fridge. To create, set the oven's temperature to 425. Apply nonstick spray to a cast iron skillet and put it aside. The shredded chicken and the thawed frozen veggies should be combined in a big dish. Stir thoroughly after adding the cream of chicken soup, then add salt and pepper to taste. With the back of your mixing spoon, transfer the mixture to the preheated skillet and even the surface. Over the filling, place the biscuit dough. For 18 to 20 minutes, bake at 425 degrees. There is no need for a pie plate when serving this delicious chicken pot pie directly from the cast iron skillet. Enjoy! I adore baking with cast iron pans because it really brings out the flavor of whatever you're doing. This is why I enjoy my dessert recipe for Kentucky apple skillet cake so much. This is a fantastic cast iron skillet dish to start with if you haven't baked one before. Maybe you've already tried this stuffed Tuscan chicken, though. Don't overlook, though, this flavorful skillet Monterey chicken. There is a flavor experience right now. You can still create this dish even if you don't have an oven-safe pan like this one. Simply add the biscuit dough after transferring the contents to a pie plate. The simplicity of this one-dish skillet supper means that it doesn't require a whole afternoon to prepare. Tips and variations for chicken pot pie. I use not just refrigerated buttermilk biscuit dough as the top crust, greatly streamlining the procedure. As opposed to, say, puff pastry, it is thicker and more shaped. To cut down on steps, I also like to use rotisserie chicken. When you already have cooked chicken on hand, this dish is a fantastic way to use it up. Cubed cooked chicken breasts are an option. For this dish, I prefer to use a can of cream of chicken soup since it transforms it into the ultimate comfort meal. It will be less creamy and rich if chicken broth, or chicken stock, is used in its place. However, cutting calories is a choice. The same method may be used to prepare individual homemade chicken pot pies. Chicken leftovers work beautifully in this dish. If not, the chicken would need to be cooked and shredded. You use the same skillet to cook, bake, and serve. How do you make chicken pot pie with biscuits on top? In a pan, the creamy filling immediately comes together. The dish is then covered with a pre-made crust and cooked directly in the skillet rather than being transferred to a pie plate. This is when things get easy. The flaky biscuit crust fried on top and the creamy pot pie filling make a delicious mix. This recipe can be improved by lightly egg washing the biscuits before baking. It will assist in giving the crust that tempting beautiful golden brown hue. What ingredients go into chicken pot pies? This dish uses only 5 basic ingredients and spices for the flavor to wow. You can see that the chicken pot pie recipe is quite straightforward and only requires a few basic steps to finish by the fact that I use frozen mixed vegetables and a can of cream of chicken soup. In addition, it's simple and doesn't require making a separate flaky pie crust for the bottom crust. To store. Leftover chicken pot pie may be kept in the fridge for up to 5 days if it is sealed tightly. This is a well-liked meal to pack for lunch the next day. Reheating chicken pot pie. There are a number of ways to reheat cold or room temperature leftovers, and the best option is the one that is most practical for you. There is no ideal approach. You may reheat chicken pot pie in a regular oven or a toaster oven, and it should be heated completely. To keep the pie's top from drying out, wrap it entirely with aluminum foil. I enjoy using medium heat. Alternatively, you might reheat leftover chicken pot pie by putting it in a dish that can be cooked in the microwave. To avoid the top crust becoming soggy and drying out, it is advisable to cover the container with a damp paper towel. Since it's just only a few minutes, I think this approach is the best. While there are other approaches, the quickest technique for me is to reheat my delicious chicken pot pie as soon as possible. Always check frequently to avoid overcooking, but make sure the interior temperature registers as cooked for best results. Serving suggestions for chicken pot pie. This dish for creamy chicken pot pie would go well with a spinach salad, simple green salad, or garden fresh pasta salad. Remember that the meal already contains a ton of veggies including green beans, maize, and carrots. As a main dish, it is a complete meal in and of itself. Also available as a simple side dish is sliced cooked sweet potatoes. Check these salted caramel pan brownies if you're searching for a gorgeous treat to create in your skillet. We also have a recipe for this dish in our collection of simple recipes. The most straightforward homemade chicken pot pie recipe ever, perfect for Sunday supper during the chilly winter months. Embrace this traditional comfort food. Ingredients: 1 shredded and meatless rotisserie chicken, 1½ cups of thawed frozen mixed veggies, 1 can of cream soup of chicken, salt and pepper, as desired, 1 can of buttermilk biscuit dough in the refrigerator. Instructions: set the oven's temperature to 425. Apply nonstick spray to a cast iron skillet and put it aside. Combine the shredded chicken and the thawed frozen mixed veggies in a large bowl. Stir thoroughly after adding the cream of chicken soup, then add salt and pepper to taste. With the back of your mixing spoon, transfer the mixture to the preheated skillet and even the surface. Over the filling, place the biscuit dough. For 18 to 20 minutes, bake at 425 degrees. Enjoy. Gravy recipe, easy. Easy gravy is a simple, 4-ingredient homemade gravy. The turkey, chicken, pig, steak, and potatoes go well with this gravy. Very excellent. It's that time of year when I start to want comfort food, homey, straightforward meals that make cooking supper at home enjoyable after a long day at the office. I developed this simple gravy recipe because I wanted to have gravy with everything I ate at this time of year. One of the simplest dishes to prepare is homemade gravy, which only needs a few ingredients. I have a simple cheat for you since I enjoy my gravy with fat drippings. I always use the rotisserie chicken fat dripping, which is readily available in shops, for the fat drippings. I did just that. I purchased a rotisserie chicken, removed the fat, and then prepared the gravy. The chicken is then served with gravy, especially on the chicken breast that is drier. You can use the 2 cups of gravy from this recipe over potatoes, steak, turkey, and more. Amount of calories in each serving? Each serving of this dish has just 230 calories. Gravy quick. Easy gravy is a simple, 4-ingredient homemade gravy. The turkey, chicken, pig, steak, and potatoes go well with this gravy. Very excellent. Ingredients: 3 tablespoons of fat drippings from roasted pork or rotisserie chicken. 1/4 cup water and 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. 2 cups of chicken stock. Salt as desired. Black pepper, ground. Instructions: keep the rendered fat from your rotisserie chicken or other roasted meats. Water and cornstarch should be well combined. Place aside. The fat drippings and chicken stock should be heated in a small saucepan over medium heat. Make it boil. To thicken the sauce, stir in the cornstarch. Cook for 5 minutes after lowering the heat to a simmer. Pepper and salt should be added. Serve right away. Recipe for buffalo chicken salad. Rotisserie chicken is used in this quick and simple homemade buffalo chicken salad dish to save time. Use compliant mayo to make this naturally low-carb, keto, paleo, dairy-free, gluten-free, and Whole30 compatible. Serve as sandwiches, salad toppings, or even lettuce wraps. In any case, supper will be served in 20 minutes. You adore anything buffalo if you are anything like me. Buffalo wings, buffalo sauce, buffalo aioli, buffalo fries, you need to try them, and buffalo shrimp are all popular dishes in the city of Buffalo. Buffalo sauce taste fits with everything, so it never gets boring. Like this recipe for buffalo chicken salad. It's simple. Crazy simple, really. Hello, there are 4 ingredients in this dish. 4. Making homemade mayo in advance is one of the ways I save even more time, up to 3 days. You should have a delicious and really simple recipe for buffalo chicken on the table in under 20 minutes. Additionally, if there is a Whole Foods market nearby, they sell premium organic rotisserie chickens for $10. Since I don't want any seed oils or other spices to change the flavor, I often get the perfectly plain. Bring it home, separate the chicken from the skin and bones, chop it into cubes, and place it in a jar. Leave in the refrigerator for a few days until you're ready to create the salad, or you could even freeze the cubed chicken for up to a month. The best buffalo chicken salad recipes. Use only Frank's Original Red Hot sauce and not buffalo or wing sauce, they have a bunch of nasty additives in them. If your local grocery shop doesn't have it, you can substitute Crystal Hot sauce by mixing in a little garlic powder. Avoid using Tabasco. It is not intended for buffalo sauce and has a completely distinct flavor. Sir Kensington's and Primal Kitchen are both suitable substitutes for homemade mayo if you don't want to make it yourself. The PK is also Whole30 compliant. In this recipe, there's really no need to try to marinate the chicken. All of that delicious buffalo flavor will really permeate the chicken as it chills in the refrigerator, enhancing the flavor. To prepare this buffalo chicken salad, you could roast some chicken breasts, but using rotisserie chicken is more simpler and results in a more delicious salad. Eating guide for buffalo chicken salad. You should make your own decisions on how to eat this salad, therefore I won't tell you how. This buffalo chicken dish is one of my favorites since it's so adaptable. Here are a few different ways to serve it. Finished up. On a bagel. The use of lettuce wraps. On its own, hey, it's low carb and tastes great by itself. Ingredients. Cubed rotisserie chicken flesh weighing 1 pound. 1 cup of celery, finely chopped. Homemade mayonnaise, 3/4 cup. Frank's Original Red Chili Hot Sauce, 3 tablespoons. Instructions. Take the chicken flesh from the bones. Slice into 1-inch cubes. Chop celery up finely. Creating mayonnaise. Components for the buffalo chicken salad have been prepared. Mix in celery, mayonnaise, and spicy sauce. Enjoy and chill till you're ready to eat. Recipe for Herbie Chicken Salad Tartines. Everyone needs a fantastic recipe for traditional chicken salad, and you should have this one. The shredded rotisserie chicken is combined with a cast of Taste All-Stars in a tangy mayonnaise dressing. Dijon provides a spicy heat, apple cider vinegar adds a punch, celery seeds add depth of flavor, almonds add crunch, and fresh tarragon and chives add herbal harmony. A drizzle of honey is also added, but you can omit it if you don't like the savory-sweet combination. Even the leftover roasted chicken or even poached chicken thighs would work in this recipe. Rotisserie chicken is required. Ingredients: 50 cups of mayo. Dijon mustard, 2 tablespoons. Apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons. Honey, 2 teaspoons. Kosher salt, 50 teaspoons. Celery seeds, 50 teaspoons. 3.50 cups of chicken breast from a rotisserie, 12 ounces. 50 cups of chopped, roasted, unsalted almonds. 1 tablespoon freshly chopped tarragon. 14 cups of fresh chives, cut, plus extra for serving. 8 pieces of toasted, 1/2 inch thick sourdough bread. 3 tiny radishes, thinly sliced. Directions. In a big bowl, combine mayonnaise, mustard, vinegar, honey, salt, and celery seeds. Chicken, almonds, tarragon, and chives should be added. To blend, stir. Sandwich bread with an equal amount of chicken salad. Add additional chives and radishes on top. Recipe for chicken roulades. This quick and easy chicken kreplach filling only requires 2 ingredients. It comes together quickly and is quite flavorful whether you use pre-made caramelized onions and rotisserie chicken from the grocery or create your own. Use this filling to create our shortcut kreplach with instructions on how to create your own kreplach using wonton wrappers. Ingredients: 2 cups of chicken from a rotisserie. 1/3 cup of caramelized onions. Extra virgin olive oil, 1 tablespoon. Preparation: 1. Combine chicken, onions, and EVOO in a food processor. 2. Pulse a few times to get the required consistency. You may either keep it nice and chunky or make it smooth and creamy. 3. Use as kreplach filling. A crimpy recipe for air fryer chicken tenders. Make these nutritious crispy air fryer chicken tenders at home instead of buying them from the freezer section. In just a few minutes, lightly breaded chicken tenders turn golden and crispy, and your family will undoubtedly love them. In less than 30 minutes, serves 4, or around 8 to 10 tenders. Did I mention there are just 5 ingredients required? I have another recipe for the air fryer that I hope you will enjoy. Chicken tenders are a popular finger snack worldwide, right? What's not to love about their generally crunchy surface and soft juicy inside and abundance of dipping options? Since, well, forever, my kids have been chicken tender devotees. Mallory likes to dip it in barbecue sauce and ranch at the same time, while Haley dips it in ranch or Frank's Red Hot. I probably only made chicken tenders from scratch a few times because they're a bit of a nuisance and take some time to bread, cook, etc. My girls really just order them at restaurants. Up to now. If you don't already own one, you really must. The air fryer is a simple and healthy way to fry food with just a fraction of oil, since, hello? No deep frying, and cooks and crisps food evenly due to hot circulating air, something I kind of touched on in a previous piece. It would be an understatement to say that I adore my air fryer, obviously. It would be an appliance that lives permanently on my counter if my kitchen was a bit bigger. I can't stop thinking of ways to make formerly unhealthy fried meals healthier, or even just dishes that would make me too nervous to eat due to my ingrained dread of hot, boiling oil. All you need are 5 basic ingredients and 30 minutes to make these crispy air fryer chicken tenders, whether you want to prepare them for your kids' lunch, top a salad, or pack them into wraps. The following are required to make these croissant air fryer chicken tenders. 1 package of chicken tenders, which is typically 1 pound, will serve 2 to 4 people, or 8 to 10 tenders total. The non-aerosol cooking spray is made with olive oil. The choice to use non-aerosol is yours, do as you choose. Breadcrumbs, homemade or store-bought. All-purpose salt for seasoning. Pepper, black. Add half a cup of plain breadcrumbs, 1½ teaspoons of all-purpose seasoning salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper to a small bowl first. Stir to blend, then set aside for a little while. After that, equally cover both sides of the chicken tenders with olive oil spray. Toss the chicken tenders in the breadcrumbs next, working in batches, and shake off any excess before moving them to a serving tray or cutting board. The oil aids in crisping the chicken tenders as well as holding the crumbs to them. Win-win. Who makes air fryers? The food produced using an air fryer, a countertop gadget, is as crispy as most deep-fried items while using less oil, anything from a few sprays to 1 tablespoon. It travels quickly and uses circulating hot air to cook food in a shorter amount of time. There are many different air fryer brands and types. As is his habit, my husband conducted the research and determined that this air fryer, affiliate, was among the finest. However, do your homework and get one that suits your lifestyle. Healthier in what ways is air frying? Because there is less oil on the food and less chance of burning when hot air touches it, air frying is healthier. Because food is not immersed in a vat of heated oil, you may save a ton of fat and calories without sacrificing any flavor. Remember that not all air fryers are created equal. Some preheat, while others do not. You might need to air fry them in smaller batches, because some are smaller than others. After the basket has heated up, add 3 to 4 chicken tenders at a time, providing space between them to prevent their touching and ensuring adhesion. Use tongs to flip the chicken tenders after 3 minutes of cooking, then cook for another 3 minutes. Repeat with the remaining tenders once the crispy, golden chicken has been transferred to a wire rack. In order to reheat the chicken tenders if required, I prefer to place the cooked crispy air fryer chicken tenders back into the basket and air fried for an additional 1 to 2 minutes. By looking at them, you may assume that they were store-bought. Nope. However, these chicken tenders are genuine, handmade, crunchy, and golden brown. And such a delicious flavor. Let's discuss about dipping sauces lastly. In all honesty, I prefer ranch or blue cheese dipping sauces. Ketchup isn't actually my favorite condiment, unlike the rest of my family, unless it's in a dish or poured over meatloaf. Which one do you prefer? The alternatives for dipping appear to be virtually unlimited. Crisp chicken tenders for air fryers. Make these nutritious, crunchy air-fried chicken tenders instead of the previously frozen and deep-fried options. In only a few minutes, lightly seasoned and breaded chicken tenders will become golden and crispy and will undoubtedly become a household favorite. Ingredients: roughly 12 chicken tenders, or 112. Olive oil aerosol. 1 cup of unflavored breadcrumbs. 1/8 teaspoon of regular seasoning salt. Freshly ground black pepper, 1/4 of a teaspoon. Equipment: XXL Philips air fryer. Instructions: apply olive oil frying spray to the chicken tenders both sides. Breadcrumbs, salt, and pepper should be combined in a small bowl. Press each tender into the crumbs and flip to coat as you work in batches. Shake off any extra, then set the dish or cutting board on a fresh surface and do it again. Preheat your air fryer to 390 degrees and lightly spray the wire rack/basket and chicken tenders to prevent sticking. Once the oven is ready, cook the tenders in batches of 3 or 4 at a time, avoiding touching them to prevent sticking. Cook for 3 minutes, flip using clean tongs, and cook for another 3 minutes. Before carrying out the remaining chicken tenders, transfer to a cooling rack. Add all of the crispy, cooked chicken tenders to the basket, then reheat for another minute or two at 390 degrees. Recipe for roasted mushroom mole enchiladas. This vegetarian version, which is frequently cooked with chicken, uses roasted mushrooms instead, which offer a rich savory flavor to counteract the somewhat sweet sauce. For a traditional mole, to get its distinctive depth of flavor, several hours and up to 40 components are typically needed. This quick variation puts supper on the table quickly and is just as wonderful. This meal, which is garnished with pieces of vivid white onion and bright green pumpkin seeds, is appropriate for a special event or dinner party. Ingredients. 1 big yellow onion is cut lengthwise in half. 1½ pounds of quartered fresh mixture mushrooms, about 6 cups. 2 tablespoons plus a 1/4 cup olive oil, divided. Split 1½ teaspoons of kosher salt. A single garlic clove, minced. Chili powder, 1¼ teaspoons. 1 teaspoon of coriander, ground. 12 teaspoons of cinnamon powder. Unsweetened cocoa powder, 3 teaspoons. 30 grams of tomato paste. 2 cups of vegetable broth. 14 cups of almond butter without sugar. 1 teaspoon of sugar. Freshly ground black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon. 8 warmed 6-inch corn tortillas. Pepitas, or chopped roasted pumpkin seeds, for serving. Directions. Set racks in the top and bottom thirds of the oven and preheat to 450 F. Chop finely 1 onion half and set aside. Slice the remaining half very thinly, saving some for serving. In a large bowl, combine sliced onions, mushrooms, a 1/4 cup oil, and 1/4 teaspoon salt. Spread the mixture evenly on the 2 baking sheets after dividing it in half. For 20 minutes, roast. Stir, roast for an additional 5 to 10 minutes, or until mixture is golden brown. Make a mole while waiting. In a big pan, heat the remaining 2 tablespoons of oil over medium. Add the minced onion, minced garlic, and 1/4 teaspoon salt. Cook for 3 to 4 minutes, or until softened. Add the cinnamon, coriander, and chili powder and stir continuously for approximately a minute. Cook, stirring regularly until mixture turns into a darker paste, about 1 minute after adding chocolate and tomato paste. While scraping off the browned pieces from the skillet's bottom, add the stock. Bring to a boil while whisking in the sugar and almond butter. Cook mixture for about 12 minutes, whisking periodically, over medium-low heat, until thickened. Add the pepper and last 1/2 teaspoon of salt, stirring. 1 tortilla should be coated with mole before being transferred to a 3-quart serving dish, with tongs. Add 1/3 cup of the roasted mushroom mixture to the tortilla, roll it up, and lay it seam side down. Use the leftover tortillas and mushroom mixture to repeat the process. Add pepitas, the saved chopped onion, and the leftover mole on the top. Recipe for barbecue chicken with bacon. I finally made the decision to taste the bacon-wrapped barbecue chicken that my mother has been preparing for weeks. Who doesn't love bacon? Both of my girls do. I thus knew that this would be a hit. This is among the best, simple weeknight meals since it only requires 3 ingredients. I served it with a straightforward salad and French bread from the grocery store bakery, and the kids all enjoyed it. Funny story, when my mother first described this recipe to me, it sounded too simple. Simply wrap the chicken in bacon and drizzle over some barbecue sauce. She neglected to explain that placing them on a wire rack and lining your baking sheet with foil for easy cleanup makes it even simpler, for extra crispiness. Ingredients. 1/8 cup barbecue sauce. 8 chicken thighs. 8 parts McDonald's registered bacon. Instructions. Set the oven's temperature to 375. A baking sheet should be foil-lined. A wire rack should be put on the baking sheet. Each piece of chicken is covered in a bacon wrapper. Apply barbecue sauce to each piece of chicken wrapped in bacon. Bake the chicken for 20 minutes, or until cooked all the way through. Recipe for barbecued chicken tenders. Barbecue sauces can be sweet and mild or scalding spicy. It works best for this dish if the variety is mild. Ingredients. Oil from plants. 1½ pounds of chicken tenders. Salt that's been crushed and pepper. Store-bought barbecue sauce, 3/4 c. Directions. Medium-high heat the grill, gently oil the grates. In a medium bowl, add the chicken and season with salt and pepper. Chicken should get 1/4 cup of barbecue sauce, toss to coat. Divide the remaining barbecue sauce into 2 bowls, one for serving and the other for basting, each holding 1/4 cup. Grill the chicken for 8 to 10 minutes total, flipping it occasionally and basting with the remaining basting sauce. Chicken should be taken from the grill and served with any remaining sauce. Recipe for simple barbecue chicken kebabs. I can substitute 4 pantry basics for the dubious additives in bottled barbecue sauce. It cooks quickly on the barbecue or on the broiler. The rub may be prepared in bulk and stored in the pantry for numerous meals. I serve it with other portable sides like the ones mentioned above and let my kids eat it straight off the sticks so there are no utensils to wash. It's so simple that it hardly seems like cooking, hence, it is discussed in Chapter 10. Frankly, I just don't feel like it, because occasionally, I don't. Ingredients. 10 chicken breast tenders, weighing 1½ pounds. Brown sugar, 4 tablespoons. Paprika, 1 tablespoon. 0.5 teaspoons of salt. Freshly ground black pepper, ½ teaspoon. Instructions. 10 skewers, 4½ to 6 inches, should be used to thread chicken tenders. To avoid burning, soak wooden skewers in water for 30 minutes before grilling. In a bowl, whisk together the paprika, brown sugar, salt, and black pepper. Rub the mixture all over the tenderloins. On a broiler pan that has been sprayed with cooking spray, place the skewers, broil for 8 minutes on each side or until done, rotating the skewers halfway through. Recipe for taco fries with fire-grilled chicken. Simple to make taco fries. This home is starting to rely heavily on taco fries. They were baked for a party, and everyone enjoyed them so much that they were gone in a flash. These are the finest since they just require 2 ingredients and can be served with your preferred dipping sauce. Our family enjoys dipping them in buffalo, chipotle, or horseradish sauce. Additionally, chicken and fries go well together. They come in 1 packet, so all you have to do to make a quick meal is bake them for 15 minutes. Simply use our favorite taco seasoning and preferred brand of frozen fries for this recipe for taco fries. Add some fresh cilantro or pico de gallo as a garnish. Add more spicy sauce or chili powder to the fries before baking for an even hotter sensation. Sea salt or freshly squeezed lemon zest are other options that you have. What should you feed them? I have the ideal answer if you want to offer these taco fries as part of a quick meal. Simply place some fire-grilled chicken tenders from Cooked Perfect registered on the baking pan. Now you have a delectable one-pan supper. Perfect fire, cooked for juicy, tender chicken that is incredibly simple to serve. Grilled chicken is cooked over an open flame to seal in the flavor. They are located in the grocery store's frozen food section. By just cooking them in the oven or microwave, they are simple to make. Additionally, these chicken tenders are available in a range of cuts, including pieces, wings, drumsticks, thighs, and tenders. Several of our preferred tastes include barbecue bourbon, cowboy ranch, citrus herb, spice and spicy herbs, Szechuan fashion, Korean design, classic design. Ingredients. Taco seasoning, 2 teaspoons. 1 bag of frozen, 26-ounce French fries. 1 bag of grilled perfect premium chicken tenders. Grilled wildflower honey. Instructions. Set the oven's temperature to 400 F. On a baking sheet that is 3/4 full, arrange the French fries in a single layer. On the remaining portion of the sheet, arrange the cooked perfect chicken tenders. 12 minutes or so in the oven, or until golden brown. Add taco seasoning to a dish or bag, add the fries, and shake until the fries are well covered. Serve right away with ranch sauce for dipping. Add fresh cilantro or pico de gallo to the fries as a garnish. A recipe for grilled chicken tenders. You probably picture crunchy, deep-fried chicken strips when you think of chicken tenders. Delicious without a doubt, but higher in calories. Follow this simple recipe for cooked chicken tenders to produce perfectly grilled lean strips of chicken if you're craving quick, dippable chicken but want to reduce your calorie intake. Kids and adults will both love the dinner you make when you serve the chicken with their preferred dipping sauces. Do you have a favorite sauce to dip your chicken in? We adore barbecue sauce with our chicken tenders. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below, we're eager to hear from you. Ingredients. 12 chicken tenders, LGCM. Salt. Pepper. Avocado oil. Directions. Olive oil all sides of your chicken tenders before placing them on a dish. Use salt and pepper to taste to season. Set the grill to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Grill the chicken tenders for about 4 minutes on each side, or until the internal temperature reaches 165 degrees Fahrenheit, directly over the fire. After the tenders reach the proper temperature, remove them from the grill, let them have a 3-minute rest, and then enjoy. Recipes for Instant Pot Chicken. You can get a list of the top 15 Instant Pot chicken recipes on this page. All of these recipes are tried and true, in addition to being quite simple. Recipes for Instant Pot Chicken. Everyone seems to be always searching for fresh and delectable chicken dishes to try in their Instant Pot. You're in luck, because I've compiled a list of the top 15 chicken recipes below. You may choose from a wide range of tastes and cuisines, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it here. Chicken in an Instant Pot, cooking instructions. At first, using the Instant Pot to cook chicken might be a bit challenging. With all other cooking techniques, you can check on the meal while it cooks to see when it is almost done. The Instant Pot is different from that, which is why it might first terrify some people. Check out my ebook, Instant Pot Beginner's Guide and Recipes, if this describes you. In no time at all, you'll feel at ease. A simple how to cook chicken tenders are included in the printable recipe card that can be seen below. Links to blogs that go into great depth about how to cook simple chicken breasts and chicken tenderloins in the Instant Pot are provided below the recipe card. The remaining recipes are all fantastic chicken meals that you'll love. Ingredients. 12 chicken tenders from frozen. Chicken broth, 1 cup. Pepper and salt. Instructions. In the Instant Pot, put the frozen chicken tenders. Over the chicken tenders, pour the chicken broth. Add salt and pepper to taste. The lid should be closed and locked. Set the knob to sealing. Depending on the type of your pot, hit the pressure cook or manual button, and then change the cook duration to 6 minutes. Pressure in the Instant Pot will build up in 5 to 10 minutes. As soon as the Instant Pot reaches pressure, the pin on the top will spring up. At that point, the timer will begin to count down from 6. Allow the Instant Pot to rest for an extra 6 minutes after the 6 minutes of cooking are up. This is called an NPR. Turn the knob on the Instant Pot's top to release any leftover pressure after the further 6 minutes have passed. Now that the chicken is done, you may serve it with your favorite sauce or chop it up to use in other meals. Recipe for barbecue chicken tenders. We adore how quick and easy it is to transform chicken tenders into a nutritious supper. These succulent pieces of the chicken breast may be seasoned in a variety of ways before being grilled for a quick supper with minimal hassle. The chicken tenders in this dish are seasoned with barbecue sauce. You may also, if you'd like, add a little amount of your preferred barbecue rub for even more flavor. Serve with corn and baked beans for a tasty summer supper. Enjoy. Ingredients: 8 chicken tenders, LGCM. Timber skewers, soaked in water. Barbecue rub, your favorite. Directions: pour enough barbecue sauce into a large, sealable plastic bag and add the chicken tenders to coat them. Work the sauce into the tenders' entire surface area. Take the chicken out of the bag, then stick a wooden skewer into each tender after soaking it. Set up for direct cooking and preheat your grill to 400 degrees. Place your tenders on a hot grill and cook for 4 minutes on each side or until the internal temperature of the chicken reaches 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Before serving, remove and allow to rest for 3 minutes. Serve alongside corn, baked beans, and extra barbecue sauce for dipping. A recipe for grilled Italian chicken. My family's absolute favorite chicken recipe to date is this Italian-style grilled chicken. It is produced with a single, basic component that is also used to marinate pounded chicken breasts or chicken tenders. It's likely the dish I prepare most frequently for any dinner visitors we may have. This is the easiest situation possible. Make it into a delicious, nutritious supper by serving it with roasted potatoes and salad. To have a little extra to put in salads for lunch, I strongly advise preparing a double batch. Only 2 ingredients. Boneless chicken breasts or tenders without skin, pound thin for more tender meat. And prepare for it. A bottle of zesty/robust Italian salad dressing of any brand. You can get this in bulk for under $1 when it's on sale and with coupons. Additionally, you may use ordinary Italian dressing. A recipe for this Italian chicken. Chicken that has been fattened should be placed in a glass dish or zip-top bag. Put on the chicken enough dressing to cover it. For at least 6 hours, marinate. More is always preferable. Grill. Ingredients: 2 pounds of skinless, boneless chicken tenders. 1 bottle of any brand of Italian dressing. Strong is favored too. Instructions: fill a gallon-sized Ziploc bag with raw chicken tenders or pounded chicken breasts, or glass dish if preferred. Pour enough Italian dressing over the chicken to fully coat it. To make 2 packs of chicken tenders, I use the entire bottle. Ideally, marinate for 4 to 6 hours. Heating the grill to 400 degrees. Cook for 4 to 5 minutes on each side, or until the flesh is no longer pink inside.